What's going on, everybody? It's Fox here with another video, and today for you guys, I'm back finally with Genshin Impact. I know I recently did upload a video of Genshin Impact, but I haven't been recording or editing or doing anything related to YouTube recently. I've just been, I don't know, I've been in a weird space. Couldn't really, I don't know, I just couldn't really, I guess I burnt out for a little bit, maybe, I don't know. It's just I just stopped editing and recording videos, but I'm back with making videos now. I feel that, I don't know, I was in a weird space, but yeah, I'm back, and I should really stop saying Silent Fox because, as you guys know, I changed my channel name to what it is now. So yeah.
Ah, children, come.
By the way,
come.
This is what.
You've arrived at just the right moment.
By the way, this is.
I've been looking for you.
I know I'm late with this event, but I started it here because I knew it was gonna go into a cutscene, so I just wanted to skip the cutscene. I mean, I messed up the. I didn't want you guys to miss out on the cutscene. So this is for the teapot.
Oh, what is it, Granny? Need any help?
So, yeah, I know I'm late with this, but we're gonna be looking at the teapot today and how it works what we
You've
can
done
actually
so
put in
much for Lea Harbor already.
So that's what
I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
Oh.
A gift? For Paimon?
I only did as I should. You're too kind.
Oh, child, you are so very modest.
I mean,
uncommonly
let's be
so,
honest,
even.
guys.
But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it.
Guys, can we really be called a child? I mean, we've technically lived over like 3,000 years or so with our sister, as our sister told us, so.
When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wild. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you.
Yes, that's true.
Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy.
What? What's subspace creation?
Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world.
That's very cool.
The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
A trinket, you said?
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play.
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few final materials to add the finishing touch.
What are the missing materials? I can help you look for them.
That's right! Finding stuff's what we're good at.
Oh, settle down now, children. There's no need for you to go running hither and thither. I have already found a fleet-footed youngster to prepare what I need. What's more, I doubt that you would know how to find the materials I am searching for. Some of them are very rare indeed these days.
And what are those, if I might ask?
Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profuse. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lilies, and if you were lucky enough, You just might find a small patch of shimmer soil, but almost no one has been able to find shimmer soil in this manner since Dihua Marsh came to be the way it is today. Even more difficult to find is smaragdus jadeite, which must be chiseled from the rock of the chasm. Or so it used to be. Ever since the Blackcliff Forge opened for business, they've slowly but surely stripped the mines all but completely. In any case, smaragdus jadeite is an adepti treasure, and the adeptal power within is not something that most humans can withstand. Extended contact with it is, in fact, harmful to... Goodness knows if that child will succeed in finding these items.
Who is this child?
Well, since you're an Adeptus, Granny, the person you asked for help, they must be an Adeptus.
Yes. I suppose she does count as an Adeptus.
Wait, did she ask for Guan Yu's help? Guan Yu's
She
help.
counts? How come there are so many Adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time.
Oh.
Just like even when you go out to eat, you could be sitting next to an Adeptus and never even know
Oh,
it.
I think I know who she's talking about. She's talking about the new character they released in the game. I know I'm very late, guys, and that's why I'm sorry about it, but, if you guys know, there's new characters in the game.
Oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny.
See, I told you.
Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei.
Yen Fei.
She's the one helping run some errands for Yen Fei. I believe you already heard of the traveler and his traveling
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension. After which, you fought off the Millilith at Julian Karst and made contact with the Fatui, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chiseng. What a shame.
What a shame.
A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right... Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to
She's
mention,
a lawyer.
I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
All right, Yen Fei, all right. Let's get to the business at hand. I do not think these two are in any dire need of legal assistance at the moment. You'll have to excuse Yen Fei. She's always been like this. Ever the talkative one when it comes to her own affairs.
Are you really an Adeptus?
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. You seem really different from the ones we've met.
An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom.
Ah.
They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny here.
Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Liyue Harbor and all that stuff? What do you mean he just went back to get married?
Well, my dad did say that he'd talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for smaragdus jadeite. I couldn't find it. The chasm's been sealed off, and there's just no way in. Couldn't secure any documentation either.
I see.
Looks like the Ministry of Civil Affairs is serious about keeping it strictly locked down.
Is that so? But smaragdus jadeite is really rather a set, Yen Fei. Are you sure you can't find some other way? They have helped Liyue greatly, after all. It is only right that they are duly rewarded.
I know, Granny,
By the way,
you've told me
guys,
1,000 times already. Well,
Yeah, I'll
the
just say
chasm's
after this one.
definitely a no-go. But there's still a chance we can figure out some alternative means of procurement.
By the way, guys, I was gonna say, I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be uploading quite a few videos, so I can basically have a fresh start, I guess, when it comes to videos. So
Hold on a
be on the
moment.
lookout for others,
Let me have a look.
and yeah.
Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in?
Commercial consultancy. Or Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Krusel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me with some legal queries on certain articles in the legal codices. If my memory serves, all of them had to do with... He mentioned that he was considering acquiring some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins, and wanted to know if there were any legal
Hairpins.
ramifications that he should be aware of. Said he was planning to sell them in Snezhnaya, so I guess I'll go look for him. With any luck, he'll have gotten his hands on some Smaragdus jadeite,
we'll
or
come
might
with
have an idea of where we can find some.
We'll come with you.
Oh, you want to join me? I suppose that's no problem, but it's best if you just stand by and watch. If you try to get involved, you'll only risk placing yourself in legal jeopardy.
Wow, an Adeptus imploring us to avoid incurring legal liability. That's a first for sure. Best we be a little more careful than you.
Yeah, true. Oh, and also, if you guys didn't watch my previous video, be sure to watch that, because I did like a bunch of wishes and I got Zhongli. And I even got him Constellation 1. By the way, guys, even though I haven't been making videos and stuff, I have been getting materials and stuff to upgrade. As you can see, I just need a little bit more materials and then I can get my characters upgraded. So it wasn't like I was just not playing the game at all.
3.
I was trying to upgrade my characters. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing the teapot event today. I didn't do this at all. I should actually, I'll probably make a video on it, because why not? This one I can, this one is 7 days, but I'll still make a video on that. But yeah, today we're gonna be doing the teapot. As you guys can see, I haven't even done my daily commissions, but I'll probably focus on that afterwards. By the way, I would recommend you guys to summon Zhongli. He's a very good character. He's one of my personal favorites, to be honest. As you can see, the team I'm running right now, I've learned a lot of this game while I haven't been uploading. Like, there's abilities called Superconduct, and how if you have 2 Geo characters on the same team, it increases damage by 15% and increases Geo damage for 20% or something. And the shield takes more damage. So there's a lot of things I've learned, and I've learned it all through my friend. If you haven't watched in my previous video, he taught me most of this stuff, and I'll probably have him in another video. Comment down below if you'd like to see him in another video as well.
My friend.
Hello, Mr. Crossel. How's business been?
Oh, good, very good. All thanks to your advice, Miss Yanfei. What brings you here today?
You're too kind. I was simply doing my job. Now, I believe that the last time we met, you mentioned that you were looking to source some Smaragdus jadeite to make hairpins. Have there been any further developments on this front?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, in the end, I did acquire a small piece of Smaragdus jadeite and had it fashioned into a pair of hair... Miss Yanfei, might I presume that you have an interest in the hairpins? I must apologize. I've already rented them out to a lady named Zhiqiao. If you'd like to inspect them, you may have to...
Wait, isn't Smaragdus jadeite really rare? Aren't you worried about the hairpins getting damaged or lost while they're being rented?
No, I'm not worried in the slightest, because I signed a contract with Miss Zhiqiao before renting them to... The contract makes it quite clear. In return, I included a clause that guarantees the Smaragdus jadeite is genuine, with a penalty of 10 times the item's value payable by me to Miss Zhiqiao in the event that it is shown to be a fake.
Guaranteed genuine, with 10 times the value payable if this claim is shown to be false. Yes, these terms are very clear indeed.
Of course. This way, both the client and I have the assurance we need. To ensure fairness, each of us has retained an original copy of the...
In that case, might you know where Miss Zhiqiao lives? We'd like to pay her a visit and have a look at the hairpins.
Oh, of course. She wrote her address down when we signed our contract.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Crossel. We'll be off now.
Damn. Yinfei, I never knew that. I was gonna wonder how they were gonna. God, I can't speak. Sorry. I was wondering how they're gonna actually put it in story. You're probably gonna say I'm lazy because I just I just teleported, but still, teleporting is the best way to move around in this game. Okay, so don't judge me. I just feel it saves time, you know. Why am I climbing up? Oh, there she is. Oh, she lost them or something.
Oh, whatever shall I do?
Excuse me, are you... I don't know how to say that.
Yes, that's me. Is there something I can help you with?
How do you do, Monsieur Chow? We
Chow,
understand from Mr. Crossell that you recently rented a pair of hairpins. My associates and I are very interested in them. Would you mind letting us take a...
The hairpins? I can't lend them to you right now. I don't know how it could have happened. I always kept them right by my side, and I hadn't even worn them yet. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value... There's no way I could come up with that amount of money on such short notice.
Them in the first place?
My family is in the ore business too, but business has been suffering ever since the chasm was sealed off. We now have a backlog of paid-up orders just sitting around, so we've been having to purchase some stock from other ore merchants to complete them. A big banquet is coming up in a few days, and several ore merchants I know of will be there. I need this opportunity to mingle and discuss prices. That's what the hairpins were for, to keep up appearances. I can't have them look, but now that I've lost the hairpins...
Why does Paimon have a sudden strong sense of deja vu?
Maybe because this is the part where we say we can...
Would you really? I sent a commission to the Adventurers Guild, but I haven't heard anything back from them.
Hold on. Don't run off looking for the hairpins just yet. Monsieur Chow, would you let me have a look at the rental contract you...
Huh? Well, I mean, sure, I have it right here.
Let me see.
That's right! Yanfei said she's a legal advisor, didn't she? Maybe she can help Juqiao somehow.
That would be, like, unfair.
True. Though surely there must be a win-win solution.
Right. I finished reading the contract. The terms are very clear, and they do indeed stipulate that you must pay Mr. Crossell the original value of the hairpins as compensation for the loss. Furthermore, the contract also expressly states that the amount of compensation must take current market prices into account. And given the rarity of Smaragdus Jadeite, I fear that the final amount of compensation may end up being significantly higher as a result.
Even higher?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Juqiao looks like she's about to fit.
However, all of this is assuming that it is indeed genuine Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid into the hairpins.
Did you really have to pause before saying that part? Anyway, the hairpins are lost, so how exactly would we be able to find out if the jadeite is genuine? Whichever way you look at it, we've got to start by finding those...
Except that if we found the hairpins, there'd no longer be any need to check whether the jadeite is genuine, would there?
Seems...
Please, Don't trouble yourselves over this. The fact is, I lost the item, and I should pay compensation per the contract.
It's such a huge sum of money.
However much it is, I will have to pay it. My family are merchants, after all. It's vital that we keep our word and respect our... Now that it's come to this, I really shouldn't keep Crossell in the dark any longer. I'll go and inform him of the issue, and then negotiate the amount of compensation.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course of action. But before that, I have some questions about the hairpins. So hold on a moment, Monsieur Chow. When you first touched the hairpins,
What did I feel? Well, I remember that the gemstones set into the pins were perfectly smooth to the touch, like the finest quality. My family has seen much jade pass through its hands in the past, so I am quite certain of my judgment in this matter.
Smooth to the touch, finest quality jade.
It's something...
No, it's nothing. I just need to re-examine a few things. Let's head over...
Oh, God. Oh my gosh, I almost fell. Ugh.
You can't beat the atmosphere here and
Listen, this is Rex Lapis. He makes all contracts, okay?
Ah, Miss Yanfei, you've returned. With Miss Jiqiao in tow, too, I see. How are the hairpins? I trust you're quite satisfied?
About that.
Okay, blah blah blah, related to the loss.
You lost them? Are you serious? Do you have any idea how expensive...
I'm sorry. Truly I am. I'll pay the compensation as per our contract. Every last...
Mora? Do you have any idea what I had to go through to get my hands on that smaragd... I just don't... Forget it. Talking won't bring them back. Since Miss Yanfei is here, I suppose we can just have her estimate the amount that needs to be...
No problem. But before I can give an official estimate, I'll need to do a little market research. Ah, yes, and if I may just confirm again, it was in fact genuine Smaragdus jadeite inlaid into the hairpins.
Of course! Genuine article guaranteed, or I pay back 10 times the value.
All right, understood. I'll conduct some market research, and once I'm back, I'll provide an official assessment of the sum owed by Mr. Chow in compensation. Please wait here, Mr. Crossell.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yo, she talks a lot.
How could she lose
I think
my
she has like a
hairpins?
lot of time.
She'd better pay every last
My word,
Mora that they're
Yanfei
worth.
is so much dollar.
Looks like I'll have to find some way to raise that money.
Please wait, Mr. Chow. I have something to It's not convenient to speak here, so let's find somewhere that we can...
Find a convenient spot to sit. Yeah, that's a spot to sit. Yeah, just sit here. I do not want to. We have to go to a specific spot. That's... Okay, that makes sense. Teleporting. Oh, people in the comments are gonna be screaming at how lazy I am.
Miss Yanfei, what is this about? Are you here to tell me how much I owe?
No. What I wanted to talk about is, there is a chance that the ore inlaid on those hairpins may not be Smaragdus jadeite after all.
Not spare, really?
What do you mean? Are you implying that you already sneaked off and found them?
Obviously not. I'm no adventurer, let alone a member of the guild. I don't run thankless, time-consuming errands for a living. Let's just say I made some deductions.
Damn. Just insulted our job, thanks.
I don't know if Granny told you this, but Smaragdus jadeite is found deep underground and contains very concentrated element. If mere mortals come into contact with it, well, they'll be sick in the best case. And in the worst case, they could even experience a dramatic change of personality. It most certainly would not be smooth to the touch. Mr. Chow, did you at any time feel unwell while the hairpins were in your possession?
No, not at all. I felt perfectly fine the whole time.
Now that is strange. I noticed earlier that there were elemental traces in Mr. Crossell's vicinity. If I've deduced correctly, he may still have the Smaragdus jadeite.
If that's the case, we should go confront him right now and expose his dirty scam right to his
Yo,
face!
why are all the people from SNES and I such D-bags, dude? All of them are such...
Absolutely
douches.
not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way he would admit to it. Eventually, he would find some argument to compel us to leave, and then he'd throw the Smaragdus jadeite into the sea the moment we were gone. After that, he would simply insist that Mr. Chow pay up per the contract. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and praying that the hairpins do actually still exist somewhere in this world.
A very vivid description.
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might be experience.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share of situations like this, and brute force methods are certainly one way of resolving them. Fortunately, I have far more elegant solutions at my disposal. I'll share them with
Yo,
you in
she
due
talks
course.
so much, guys. I'm sorry. This is so...
Well then, since you're so experienced in dealing with problems like this, perhaps you could help me, Miss...
Oh, that won't be a problem. But first, Mr. Chow, can I ask you to please sign this contract?
Huh? Does there have to be a contract for everything? Paimon
If
can't
I
even
had
keep
one
track.
Mora for every time I heard the word
It
contract.
feels like Yanfei is even more concerned with them than a certain...
These are my formal terms of engagement. Everything prior to now has just been pro bono advice. But for me to investigate any further, anywhere commissioned but not bound by a contract cannot be relied...
I understand. Then I will be glad to
Please
place this
read
matter
it.
into your capable
No,
hands
please
if you will
read
take
it.
it, Miss Yunfei.
Oh, why don't you read contracts?
No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. Okay. Now write your address here, and then sign on this page as well.
Yo, you need to read contracts before you
And
listen
I'll
to
also need
people.
your signatures on pages 5, 7, and on the very last page. Finally, if you could just use this ink pad to make a handprint over here.
This contract has so many pages.
Yeah, this is why you read
That's a lot
them.
of brain
Such a
juice.
normal
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and they're written in the contract. Have a look through and let me know if you have any questions.
I've had a read through. Everything checks out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well then, here's your copy of the contract.
As long as she's
I will
fine.
retain the other copy.
Need me to do anything?
Not for now, no. Despite how intractable this problem might sound, it will actually be quite straightforward to resolve, once we've got some things squared away. I don't believe you have been part of an investigation like this before, in which case, hopefully this should be quite the...
Miss Yunfei,
I have.
I have to
Probably.
ask.
I don't remember.
why are you helping?
Because, as it happens, I'm currently trying to acquire some Smaragdus Jadeite myself. I noticed strong traces of geoenergy around Mr. Crossel, so perhaps he has, in fact. Whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not is a separate matter. But either way, it's a lead. As long as we follow it, who knows? We might just be able to get our hands on some. Also, the idea of someone abusing the law to their advantage, I won't. But again,
that's how it works.
let's not dwell on this.
Okay,
Let's go to.
she
Where
doesn't make
can we
sense
find
because that's the
someone
whole
who
concept
processes
of the law.
ore?
They use certain ins and outs to abuse their power. That's what everybody does.
Ha! I've got it! Let's pay a visit to Chateau, the boss of
The
the
whole
Jade
concept
Mystery.
of making laws
He's
is
a professional when it comes to working
certain
with stone and
people
ore.
to gain from those laws.
If Mr. Crossel had his ore worked on at all, Chateau would undoubtedly have been his...
Come and see this rare.
Oh, this guy.
Why, hello there, honored customers. Welcome to... Oh! It's you, Miss Yenfei. Surely not more spurious claims that my jade betting is rigged and no one can ever win? Oh, I swear on all that is sacred.
It is rigged.
No, nothing of the sort. Has a Snezhnine merchant named Crossel enlisted your ore processing services recently by any chance?
A Snezhnayan merchant named Crosolius. I do remember that. He brought me a piece of ore, claiming that it was that was the first time I'd ever encountered it, so I had no way of telling if it was really Smaragdus Jadeite or not. But if a customer insists, far be it from me to contradict them. He was quite generous with his money, too, so I didn't give it too much thought. I processed the ore as per his request.
Do you have any leftover debris from your work?
Why, yes. It was my first time encountering this ore, after all, so I kept a few loose shavings to study myself later. There.
Thank you, sir. We'll take a look at them.
Did he say shavings? Wait. This man said shavings. Those aren't shavings. Those are chunks. Chunks are different. to shavings.
If my eyes don't deceive me, the cross-sections and patterning suggest that these are Smaragdus nephrite shavings. Yes, it's not particularly rare, nor is it especially valuable. It's used to make jewelry all the time. I've heard it said that Smaragdus nephrite is in fact the outer layer of Smaragdus jadeite, though no one's ever proven it.
A thin layer of separation, huh?
If you must see for yourself, try examining these shavings for traces of elemental energy. Smaragdus nephrite is an entirely ordinary ore, containing no elemental...
Is that so? Well, we might have... So, did you find anything?
What a trace of element.
So they really are different. But wait, how come
gosh.
Jinchao was able to tell what it was just by looking at the shards? That's pretty...
There's nothing special to it. It just so happens that I've come across a great many of these in my time.
Why couldn't Shito tell them apart?
These two stones actually look very similar. Someone without a deep understanding of them would find it very difficult to tell. There may be only a subtle difference for the casual viewer, but that translates to an astronomical difference in terms of the mark, and I'm sure a significant difference in the cost of having them carved into shape.
Wait, but how come she didn't notice? Wait, this doesn't make sense then. How didn't she notice that this was it on the hairpin? if she actually touched it, wouldn't you know? Okay, there's a little bit of gaps in the
All
story,
right,
but it's
let's
fine.
focus up. We're going off on...
But never mind, Shirto. Why would Mr. Crossell...
Unusual actions have unusual reasons behind them. Let's take some of these shaving...
Miss Yenfei? Might I be so bold as to...
If you could just confirm for me once more, sir. Mr. Crossell did indeed claim that the ore he brought to your store was in fact Smaragdus jadeite, did he not?
Yes, that's right. I still have a record of the job with me, in fact. Here. It says quite clearly, 1 chunk Smaragdus...
Then I have no further questions. But could I borrow the processing record and these stone shavings?
Of course. But might I ask...
Oh, I have my reasons. Yes. Please sign here on this affidavit. This document shall serve as signed proof that these stone shavings originated from the, ore that Mr. Crossell brought to your store. Please read it carefully.
Yes, I see. Forgive me for asking again, Miss Yenfei. But might I know the nature of the
I wouldn't say there's been an incident, just a minor issue. Thank you, sir. I'll take the...
With this hard evidence to back us up, Crossell won't dare try.
On the contrary, this is far from sufficient to build a case. We need to find something a little more. If you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it! Sing-Sing.
Yo, there's
She
actually
often
quite
helps
a
people to
long
find a
story
jewelsmith.
behind us
Let's go
just
pay her a visit.
making a teapot.
Because lots of people come to me for legal advice. As you know, Liyue Harbor is the city of contracts. And contracts, well, I should say laws,
Well, we have the
are
death
very
die of
important to us.
The god of contracts on our side, so technically
But the
we're
amendments
okay
made by
in
the
this place.
Tianquan to our laws are unnecessarily complicated. How can I put this? It just seems like they're hard to understand, and as such, legal advisors like myself provide quite the popular service indeed.
So you help them make sense of the law. But didn't you say that it's hard to understand and impossible to finish?
Yes, well, that's no obstacle, because I've memorized all the legal code.
You
You sound surprised. Knowing the law inside out is a legal advisor's bread and butter, you know?
That's true. Is this how Adepti become so adept at everything?
Oh, this has nothing to do with being an adeptus. I just like reading things.
Again with that casual...
Well, that's that then. Let's go look.
Okay, let's go look for this person. I should play as Ether. By the way, if you guys didn't know, this guy's name is actually Ether. And yes, I named him Arthur because of the English dubbed version of the English voice actor is the guy who plays Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, and he plays Arthur Dragneel or whatever the hell his name is from Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. So that's why I named him Arthur. But his name in game is Ether.
Oh, Miss Yenfei, it's you. Has something happened? Did the client from last time...
Have no further trouble from then on? Yes, of course. I'm just here to ask you if you... Has a merchant by the name of Crossell asked you to put him in contact with a jewelsmith?
Crossell? Yes, I remember him. He's a merchant from Snezhnaya, no? Yeah, he came to me with a chunk of something he called... The design of the hairpins that he gave me was quite intricate, so it took me some work to find someone who was up to the job. Eventually, I found an older jewelsmith who made them exactly according to his specifications. This order was on hold for a very long time, and only completed quite recently, which is why I remember it.
Doesn't seem like there's any evidence to be found here.
Miss Sinksy, I'd like for you to confirm for me once more. When Mr. Crossell commissioned you to find him a jewelsmith, did he or did he not assert that the material he presented to you that day was called
Yes, I'm sure of it. The hairpins were made using many expensive materials, and the asking price was quite high, so we had to put this transaction on record with the Ministry of... Mr. Crossell wasn't very familiar with the necessary procedures, so I filed it on his behalf. I also kept a copy for my own records. See for yourself. The item is called Smaragdus Jadeite Twin Phoenix Pins. The inlaid gemstone is recorded as Smaragdus Jadeite. The document even has the
Thank you, Sinksy. Now...
Sure, it isn't serving much purpose here anyway.
Nothing you need to worry about. Just a minor issue. I'll return your document as soon as...
Why is everyone's first reaction always to assume someone or something is in trouble?
Must be the nature of illegal.
I believe we have almost all the evidence we need. We just need to make one last trip. Let's go to Boo Boo Pharmacy to speak with Dr. Baiju.
But oh, we know this guy.
The weirdo?
Because only he can provide an authoritative statement confirming that Smaragdus Jadeite is harmful to the human. Once we have this final piece of evidence in our hands, we can wrap this case up.
So wait, I wonder if Smaragdus Jadeite would be harmful to us. Because, okay, wait. Let me check. Where does it tell you? Sorry, I'm trying to find... Affiliation, birthday, vision, consolation. It doesn't say our race, what race we are. Cryo, Uber Pharmacy. It doesn't say if we're... See, it doesn't tell us if we're... what race the character is, you know? Where does it say? Nah, it doesn't tell me. Okay. I was just checking because I was curious, right? Because it says it's harmful to humans, but does Arthur, the main character, count as a human? I feel like he doesn't really count as a human, to be honest. I mean, you don't really get humans for the 3,000 years, right?
But I don't want to.
Hey, there he is, Snake Man.
My, to what do I owe the pleasure? Though I'm afraid that if you're looking for our little Chi-Chi, she's out gathering. And if it isn't Miss Yanfei as well, now that's an even rarer honor. What business brings you here, might I inquire? Some charlatans peddling ineffectual medicines again?
No. I'm here this time to ask if you're familiar with
Smaragdus Jadeite? Why, yes, there is some information
Honestly,
about it
Snake
included
looks
in the
very
6th commentary on the 7 Mountain Treatises. The 7 Mountain Treatises states that this substance springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains, and will bring disaster to any mere mortals who It is abundant in elemental energy, so if someone without a vision is in contact with it for a prolonged period, best case scenario, they fall ill. Worst case scenario, they'll suffer great changes in personality, and their illness will only ever get worse.
Oh, interesting. So people with visions can handle them. So I know I'm not sure if we're human or not, but we would be fine because we take... Actually, no, we don't have a vision, so she would be fine with it. Because she's a
Anyway,
Dead
I'm
Dice
sure
Slash,
you didn't come all this way just to chit-chat. Knowing you, Yanfei, and given the specific nature of your question, I suppose that you're about to ask me to write an official affidavit attesting to the pharmaceutical peculiarities of Smaragd.
That is indeed the case. If you would be so kind, Dr. Baiju.
No trouble at all. It's just a single document. Won't take me a moment. I would mention, though, that you're not the only one who's developed a curiosity for Smaragdus Jadeite recently. A Snezhnayan merchant came to ask me about it not long, but after I gave him my reply, his expression shifted to one of remarkable disappointment. I wonder, Miss Yanfei, if your pressing business might be related to this Snezhnayan merchant?
Damn, this guy's smart.
You needn't concern yourself about that, Dr. Baiju. Thank you for penning us that
Dr.
document.
Baiju's a
I'll
very
make
nice
sure to
person.
compensate you in due course.
You're too kind.
Dr. Baiju's a very nice person.
That Baiju guy is as weird as ever.
But he's not like...
Is it just
even
Paimon,
if he
or
knows
does it
what
feel
it is, he's
like
not
he
gonna
was
interfere.
fishing for something back there?
But he's not going to interfere now.
Dr. Baiju's always been like that. Well, we have the evidence we need. Let's go find Mr. Crossel.
Like, he doesn't... He won't interfere or, like, try lie to us after he knows what we're doing, right? Whereas if we had to tell the merchant... I mean, not the merchant, the guy who's selling stuff. The guy who, like, cuts jewelry or whatever, he would stop us. He'd lie.
Miss Yanfei, have you finished your investigation? I trust you will now be in a position to assess the compensation.
Yes, my investigation is indeed concluded. I can now provide a final figure for the amount...
Wonderful. Well then, please, could you do the honors?
Of course. According to the stipulations of the contract, Mr. Crossel, You must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original transaction price in Mora.
Sure. Wait, what? Me pay her? Surely there's been some kind of mistake.
Not at all. According to my investigations and the material evidence that we've gathered, the substance claimed to be Smaragdus Jadeite that was inlaid within the Smaragdus Jadeite twin phoenix pins that you rented out to Mr. Chow was, in fact, Smaragdus Nephrite. Now, the contract states very clearly that 10 times the price shall be paid should the article not be genuine. Accordingly, you are liable for this sum, which is payable to Mr. Chow in more.
Material evidence? What material evidence? Why, Miss Yanfei, you cannot frame me. I spent a huge sum to obtain that Smaragdus Jadeite, and yet you claim that the ore inlaid on the hairpins is somehow fake? I demand to see your evidence.
Indeed. Only a testimony from an expert witness involved in the processing of the ore can serve as an authoritative assessment of whether it is genuine. Traveler, please produce the evidence in question. This is a processing record from the Jade Mystery, along with stone samples and an affidavit signed by the business owner.
Seriously? Even the boss there couldn't differentiate between Smaragdus Jadeite and Smaragdus Nephrite. How does this prove anything? In any case, Smaragdus Nephrite is the outer layer of Smaragdus Jadeite. So I had him cut away the Nephrite, he returned the valuable Jadeite core to me, and some Nephrite samples remain in the store. What am I missing?
That's an unsubstantiated belief.
Well, your claim that my ore is fake is just as unsubstantiated. And we are here to talk about evidence.
Looks like our first piece of evidence didn't convince him at all. Seems like he...
Hard evidence, something legally binding. We have just the thing. Show him,
This document proves that my hairpins are the real deal, doesn't it? This is the Ministry's seal, after all. It shows that the ore inlaid on the pins is indeed
Our second piece of evidence didn't work either. And this guy's getting more belligerent by this...
You know, you could be right. Perhaps the hairpins are the real deal.
Of course I'm right. All the evidence shown supports my story.
Well, hang on a moment now, because I do recall one final piece of evidence that we haven't Traveler, would you do the honors?
What's this?
Smaragdus Jadeite springs forth from stone marrow within the mountains and will bring disaster to any mere mortal. Sustained contact with Smaragdus Jadeite over a prolonged period will, in less serious cases, cause a mild malady, while in serious cases, the patient may suffer a dramatic change of personality and fall serious. Mr. Crossell, were you aware of these peculiar properties of Smaragdus Jadeite?
I had no idea.
Lies.
No idea, you say? I had guessed as much. But for you to have rented out such a dainty, I'm afraid that this falls outside the scope of my work, but within that of the Ministry of... However, I'm sure that the Ministry will be relatively lenient, considering that, as you say, you were ignorant of the danger you put. Don't worry, Mr. Crossell. I will make sure that all the evidence presented here will be handed over. I trust that you'll give them your full cooperation in their
What? Wait!
Oh, so you knew? Oh, dear, Mr. Crossell. But if you knew of Smaragdus Jadeite's dangerous properties beforehand, why would you...
Huh? No, The hairpins
aren't actually inlaid with genuine Smaragdus Jadeite? Is that what you were about to... You do understand, Mr. Crossell, that this means that you will have to pay Mr. Chow 10 times the... Mr. Crossell, your answer, please. My client and I are waiting.
He's seriously intimidating right now. It's like she's a different person.
Okay, and that's legal consultation for you.
I admit it. I confess. The ore I had inlaid on those hairpins... But I'm a victim in all of this, too. I invested a great deal of time and money into acquiring that small amount of Smaragdus Jadeite, in the hopes of turning it into a piece of jewelry that would fetch a fine... But after receiving it and carrying it around for a few days, I started to feel extreme discomfort. I couldn't sleep a wink or eat a single bite. I went to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get myself checked out, only to discover that this sort of stone cannot be worn as jewelry. That's why I had another pair of hairpins made from Smaragdus Nephrite, which is almost indistinguishable from Smaragdus Jadeite. I kept the real Smaragdus Jadeite in a specially made box. I was worried that someone would see through it, which is why I only dared to rent them out, not sell them. And then to top it all off, Jiqiao lost the hairpins after I rented them out.
Exactly! If they weren't the real deal, why'd you make her pay?
I didn't want to either, but when I purchased that Smaragdus Jadeite, some of my business partners found out. I knew they'd be watching closely to see how much... If word got out that I sold a pair of fake hairpins, then my days in this line of business...
All right, let's cut the appeals phase right there. I fail to see what bearing any of this has on your transaction with my client. According to the contract, you must pay Mr. Chow 10 times the original...
10 times?
Crusoe looks like he could faint any second.
As for me, according to my contract with Mr. Chow, 20% of that sum will go to me.
20%? That's as much as I spent on that Smaragdus...
There's no need. It's fine. You don't have to pay me that much more. Even if the Smaragdus Jadeite on those hairpins was fake, I still bear responsibility for losing them. Legally or not.
Ms.
However, Mr. Crossell, since you have no use for that chunk of Smaragdus Jadeite, why don't you give it to me instead?
What? But all right then. This cursed rock...
Miss Yunfei, I'll turn the Smaragdus Jadeite over to you. I trust that it will suffice as remuneration.
Well, that's not quite how the rules say this should go. But whatever. It'll do.
Thanks so much for your help this time, Miss Yunfei. When you have the time, I'll be sure to visit and express my thanks.
Oh, come on. No need to stand on ceremony. Now, if I may confirm this again, Mr. Chow, have you and Mr. Crossell come...
Well, yes.
Well then, that's good. Mr. Crossell, it seems that my client has no...
Is that so?
Actually, Mr. Crossell, I'd like to talk... I could see from the hairpins you produce that you're very skilled in jewelry design. My family, on the other hand, works in the ore business, and we have a fair stock of fine ores. If we could join forces, your jewelry designs and our choice ores, I think we could do some...
Okay. Yay, okay, they're talking about business.
Well, that's that.
Wow.
And we've got the Smaragdus Jadeite that Granny wants too. All's well
Listen,
that
we
ends
still
well.
gotta go through a tutorial on how it works, okay?
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Usually
but you
when
talk too
someone
much,
tells us
Yunfei.
they've lost something, we end up searching all over the place for it. But this time, you meant... even though the solution didn't involve actually...
The right solution depends on your perspective on the problem. The objective of my client, Mr. Chow, was to reduce her liability to pay compensation. So, rather than looking in Adeptus...
Yeah, I'm sorry I wasted that.
Speaking
I
of,
didn't read that.
you took part in that battle, didn't you? In which case, you would have heard what Granny said. Liyue Harbor is now a city ruled by... The title of Adeptus means precious little to me compared to my job as a legal advisor. In any case, don't you think that the Liyue Harbor of today needs legal consultancy far more than it needs Adeptus?
Paimon can think of someone who would definitely disagree with your reasoning.
I think there is more than just reasoning involved.
Well, since we got what we came for, it's time to pay Granny a visit.
I can kind of agree because if that stuff falls into the wrong hands, it can like spark disaster for the entire freaking Liyue Harbor. Because you do still need adaptive power, right? Because if another like god awakens, right? What are they gonna do, huh? They're gonna use the power of contracts. Listen here, giant monster man. You have to sign those contracts saying you won't attack Liyue Harbor. In return, we'll feed you salt water. Like, I don't know, maybe I still think that, like, personally, I think they still need adaptive power. Because you never know what's gonna happen. Just have to be prepared for it.
Ah, you've returned. How did it go? Were you able to find the Smaragdus Jadeite?
We were, thanks to Yunfei.
Good. Then we have all the material.
Well, if we're all set, Granny, I'll get going now. Got a ton of clients waiting for me back at the office.
Oh, you. All right, then. Go see to your business. Granny should be able to handle the rest.
I'm
Yo,
off
it's
then.
nighttime.
Bye! Oh, yes, Traveler. Make sure you don't lose the business card. I've been looking into the laws of other nations as well. If you should ever bump into any trouble with the law, come find me directly. Regulars get discounts, too.
We're gonna have to, okay, how much I bet we're gonna see Yunfei on the next island.
Come now, child. Are you leaving or are you not? If you have no wish to leave, perhaps you'd like to help me clean my teeth.
I'm leaving! I'm leaving!
That child. Goodness knows where she learned to be so rambunctious. Her father was hardly so riotous or fond of talking nonsense back in the day when he stood beside Rex Lapis.
A true unique adeptus.
Indeed she is. Liyue has changed, and the Adepti, Yanfei, might be overly garrulous, but she is also the most intimately acquainted with the city among us. Liyue is not the same place I once knew. All right, then. Let us speak of this no more. Back on topic. I believe that I still...
Oh, Paimon's so excited! How is it made?
How long does it take?
It is but a single teapot. It shan't take long at all.
Wait here for it.
Just...
Yo, this granny moves quick, Madame Ping.
There we go. This Serenity pot is all yours. Hold it firmly. If you were to drop it, oh goodness, who knows what might happen. Take these blueprints with you as well. You'll need them if you wish to make your teapot a little more light.
Wait a minute, Granny. How exactly are we supposed to
So
use
this is like our own
teapot?
mini pocket dimension.
Oh, you needn't worry about that. I've already arranged for a certain little helper to await you within this teapot.
My question is, right, okay, now we're gonna learn a tutorial or whatever on the teapot. But my question is, okay, this is a weird question, but like what happens if, like, let's say the teapot's here, we just put the teapot here and Paimon and I go in it, and then like some stuff falls on top of it. Wouldn't we be trapped in there forever? Or am I overthinking things? The Serenity teapot. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, we got some fruit stand, got some lanterns with us. This is what we're taking into our thing. Okay, and then we got a whole bit. Okay. So let's find a nice place to place it for the first time. So I'll see you guys at the spot I choose to place the teapot.
Maybe
Okay guys, I'm finally back. Damn, that took me forever to do. But basically, I'm back and I have everything we need to make the stuff we want. So I did make some stuff off cam, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, but just thought it'd be fast. Okay, got that. I made the lantern already. Hey, how do I make? Oh, I need another die. Oh, that's so irritating. Literally. Oh, I can make another one of these, I guess. I mean, it doesn't give me XP, but. I'll make one actually. And then that's so irritating. I just need one more die. I'm not gonna go for it. I'll do it next game, but we'll end this video off. Well, I got a lot of blueprints actually, that's what I should say. Got some shelves, more shelves, a table, a rug. Ooh, that looks nice. Yeah, so I think I will, for the future videos, not the ones currently, I will, yeah, it's so irritating. For future videos, I am going to, okay, I said, for future videos, like at the start of videos, I'm going to be giving an update on this area, and then sometimes I'll have one video dedicated to this place. Like that's how I'm gonna do it. Also, I just want to say, when I'm doing these update videos and stuff, I know you guys will probably want to see. I'll make it into an actual nice looking place. But for the first few videos that are coming out recently, those aren't gonna have the updates because those are like videos I already prepared. So yeah, you're not gonna see them there. But before we go, let's place all of the stuff down, shall we? So let's go buildings here. Let's put the fruit stand right now. It's so cool how like the glass changes even. Let's put the fruit stand over next to the forge. And you're probably wondering why I just have random stuff placed. It's good to have stuff just in your place at all time because it gives you more points. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it there. So I'll properly make this area look nice in another video. For now, actually, yeah, for now I'm just gonna edit this to, as you guys know, I also am trying to keep my videos shorter, so that's another thing I'm looking out for. So I'm just gonna place all the stuff down that's on the exterior. So all the exterior stuff I'm just placing down for now, but the interior stuff I'll just place while I'm here. So let me just put all of this stuff. I'm gonna make this place look very nice. I hope we could add like water features. I hope they add that, like water features, because I think that would be so cool. Also, I figured out that you can like merge pieces of it together. You can't put them on top, it seems, but you can merge pieces to make them look like one solid object, which looks very cool. Okay, now that I'm done with the outside save, let's go to the inside. By the way, so for the most part of what I was doing off camera was just collecting materials. I'll show you here. See, I was collecting wood and stuff. Like, there's so many different types of wood. I only thought there were 3, but apparently I was wrong. But the one thing that's interesting me is, I realized that yes, we get floors to place down, but it says here we have 7 rooms placed. Timber wall with
Osmanthus wine
eaves. But if you look here, it's 1, 2, 3 rooms, right? Or am I missing a room somewhere? Because the 2 up here don't even open. I was looking at it. Those 2 rooms there don't open, but let's place stuff inside. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. Maybe you have to take multiple rooms and combine them. Maybe that's what I'm missing here. Maybe that's what they did. Oh, oops. There's furnishings. Have those. Interesting indoor. Ooh, I have a table. I'll put the table in the center of the room for now. Oh, you have to actually go into the rooms to use them. Oh, that's kind of annoying. But, I'm gonna put this over here in the meantime. That will look nice. Actually, let me move this back though. Ooh, if I can. Oh, that looks sick. Let's put the rug. Why is it skewed? Wait, is it my angle that's skewed? No. Forget that. I think that will look nice for now. Oh wait, you can. Oh, okay, I can change the tips. Oh, okay, that's very cool. I think that's very cool part. Yo, it feels like playing Sims. It might sound rude, but I love this. This is very cool. Actually, let me just put these chairs. I'm guessing we can also sit on these chairs. How do I zoom in? I wonder. I might change the rug, to be honest now. It doesn't look right. And then I put this in one here. Maybe it'll look better like this? I don't know. I feel like it looks weird when it's like this way. Maybe if I can get it just right. No, it looks better this way. I might change out the rug soon though, because I saw that we got a new table and stuff. So I'll be checking that out in the next video. Lantern. I want to have 2 of these lanterns so I can place on either side. It'll look very nice. I'll wait until I get another piece. Furnishing table. Where is this? Where is this? Oh, it's probably on top floor. Okay, oh, these are like the set for it. Okay, so you can either place them separately or just put it as a set. That's very interesting. Doesn't look like I have anything else. Oh, wait. Ah, so that's how you do it. North side, corridor. Is it this thing? I'm so confused on where that piece of corridor. Okay, main, east side inner, south side inner, north side inner. Interesting. Okay. Regular rotate, I guess. I'm guessing I can't really rotate these rooms. Yeah, I got save changes. That looks very nice. I would like to change the table. I wonder actually if friends can come in here, because that would be super cool. I got some scrolls. Oh, I got a cat as well. Tea Talk, Book Lovers, Festival Grant.
Every journey has its final day. Don't rush.
Do I have to sound all the press, my guy? Okay, let me just place the rest of the stuff. Is there anything new I have to place in here? Animals, okay. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna mainly focus on the main building. I'm gonna put the cat over, I'm gonna put the cat here. Oh, the cat will just roam in this area. That's so... I want dogs. I'll be honest with you guys. I want dogs. I'm more of a dog person. Maybe people will dislike me for it, but I'm a dog person. I just want to have a bunch of dogs everywhere in my house. That's it. Do I have more stuff? Yeah. As you guys know, I'm still gonna be placing stuff because I'll end this video after I've placed all the stuff probably. Just want to have everything laid out already for us, so that next time I can just move everything where I want it. Oh, I don't want to test something before we end this video. Oh, these bushes? Are they bushes? Okay, I'll put all the bushes on top here. I was thinking of making this like a land piece or like trading area where I use my characters. Always have your stuff placed down as well, even if it doesn't look nice for now. Just have it placed down because it contributes to this to you getting more money. Because once I hit 2,000 of that, then I get more chances. Oh, and I have more blueprints. Don't know what that is. Have some chairs, have something weird. Oh, have the toy festival thing. Umbrellas. Don't know what that is. Vase. Base Voss, how you ever you say.
Maybe.
Is my trust gone up? No. Okay, so as you guys can see, I only have 4 because I make 4 an hour. So now I'm on 8 per hour. Oh, I just realized, so this calculates. Okay, so this calculates, when you do this calculates the amount on the outside, I'm pretty sure. Okay. What is this? Oh, if you have this. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. I'm learning so much about this area. So next time
Maybe
I'll be setting up everything how we want it and then create furnishings. And then next time we'll be adding this like table and stuff to the inside. As I said, I want to focus a lot on the inside. Yeah, I can really craft those. By the way, I do recommend like grinding, like getting wood and stuff. Don't know where to get bamboo from, but I'll figure it out. By the way, I'm glad that they gave like fruits some purpose other than just making other than just like you eat them for like one piece, like a little bit of HP. But anyways, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm just gonna grab all my stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. In 2 days time, I'm pretty sure.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
In 2 days, this is going away, so if you want Zhongli, be sure to summon on him. He's a very good character. Very good. You get the right stuff. Just quickly before you go as well, I'll show you the artifacts I have on him. I have the... What set is this? The ceremonial set, I think. Is it called the set? No, I don't know what it's called. Oh, the Millilith. The tensity of the Millilith set. So be sure to...
Boats are made for transferring commodities back and forth.
Very good.
And those that come across Liyue
I
tend
have
to
the
stay a
prototype
while.
stock.
So it is where
I don't
many
have any
things
other
come to
spears for him.
settle.
It's quite good for his passive and the fact that I have his constellation.
Osmanthus
6,
wine
because
tastes the
I can
same
place
as I
2 of his
remember.
thing. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz. And yeah, I hope you got. Thank you to all my new subscribers as well. Be sure to check out my Instagram. It's changed, obviously. It's still the same one. It's just changed to Currylord instead of Silent Fox. So be sure to check that out as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. And goodbye, guys.